Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. My name's Kimmy. Today is an exciting day because our church is finally open again for in-person services. Ever since COVID and quarantine hit, they've only been doing online services and we finally get to go back in person. I am so excited to go and worship and fellowship with everybody in person again. I'm just elated. So I really wanted to film getting ready for church. There's just something really special about getting ready for church. I don't know why. It's like getting ready for the Lord and it's just so fun. So today I'm going to do like a kind of a bronzy smoky eye, just to kind of be nice and summery. And I wish I had the NUDESTIX Noda bronze palette. Oh my goodness, is that thing ever gorgeous. Anyway, let's get started. Clearly I'm very excited. First off, my lips are feeling really dry, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of a lip mask. This is the Flower Beauty Petal POUT lip mask. I have two of them. This is the LM5 Pucker, and then I also have the LM3 Nectar. So one's more pinky and one's more nudie. Let's go with the nudier one today, since we are going for a bronze look. I love this because it's super moisturizing. It lasts and it kind of makes your lips look a little bit glossy, which is really pretty. The only thing I don't like is the packaging. I feel like you run out of it really fast, and when you first get it you have to sit here forever twisting it to get it out of the thing. I wish it was either like in a pot, which isn't the most hygienic. I wish it was more like the Bite Beauty Agave lip mask where it's like in a tube and you just squeeze out however much you need. That would be a better packaging for this, but the formula is fabulous. So let's go ahead and put this on. It kind of comes out like that. It looks really funny. And it smells like buttercream frosting. It's really good. See that? It's like a lip mask, but if you put a lot on, it'll look like a lip gloss. It's really nice. Okay, what should we do today? I'm always feeling like doing something mixologist. Anyway, because I love it, let's start with my Touch in Sol Glassy Skin Balm. This is really awesome. It's just very hydrating and definitely helps you get that glass skin look. I take a little on my finger. I've clearly loved this. There you go, you can kind of see the huge dent I've taken out of it. I'm just gonna take a little bit like that, a little pea-size amount, and just kind of dot it on my high places. Oops, too much there. And rub that in. And it's nice and tacky too, so I feel like it totally helps your foundation last longer too. It's a great product. Next, just to help my pores a little bit, I'm gonna go in with another Touch in Sol product. This is a No Problem Prime Essence. So this just helps kind of smooth out your pores and make them pretty much disappear. It's very liquidy, kind of comes out like a liquid. You can't even see it because it's clear. I'm gonna press this in my T-zone here, and then on my forehead as well. I'm gonna build my chin. So I'm just kind of pressing it with like smoothing primers. You want to press rather than like swipe like I was with the hydrating thing. So I'm pressing to get that to sink into the skin and fill in those pores. Very good. Now I'm gonna make a little foundation concoction. I love foundation concoctions, cocktails, whatever you want to call it. I love mixing things. So I'm gonna go in with a few different things. Bear with me. All right, so the main star, the foundation, well, the other one's foundation too. This is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-hour fresh wear foundation. I love this. This is like the best foundation in the drugstore. It's kind of like a satiny finish on your skin, and it's about a medium coverage. So you can build it up to a full coverage if you want it to be. You can also lighten it up a bit by diffusing with other products, which is what I'm going to do today because I do prefer more light coverage. I don't like heavy makeup on my face, especially in the summertime. It's already hot outside. You don't want to be caking on all of your makeup. So I'm going to take a pump of that, and then I just found this. I found this in my like makeup storage. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. By the way, the shade of this foundation is 410 Ivory, and this is 902 Light Glow. So I used to love this while I lived in Miami. I used to mix it in with my SPF moisturizer every day just to give my skin that luminous glow. And I had bought a backup, but then I lost it, and I just found it yesterday, so I'm really excited to have it back in my collection. So, fresh bottle. I'm just gonna squeeze about that much in there. And then just to help make this more light as well, I'm just gonna put a bit of my MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation. Again, I think I said this earlier, I don't know what the shade is. C1, AC7, not really sure what those mean. MAC has very strange shade names, but we love them anyway. So just a little squirt of that. Today I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M439. This big, huge, really dirty. I need to wash it, don't mind me. Mixing all that together, and I'm just gonna start applying that all over my face. Buffing. Taking it down the neck. Make sure everything is blended. All right, and now to make sure I don't have any brush lines, what I love doing is taking my beauty sponge, taking whatever is left on my hand, pressing that into my sponge, and then pressing that into my skin to make sure that both the product is sinking into my skin and not laying on top, and also to get rid of any brush strokes from the brush. I love to go in with both when I'm actually doing complexion. Most of the time, like for work, as you guys have seen, I only use concealer. This is a great trick if you're actually going with it in with a complexion product. There's a hair on my lip. Can't find it. Oh, alrighty. Next for concealer, maybe. I think I might even do this today too, later. So today I'm gonna go in with two different concealers. My my Tarte Shape Tape. Why does everyone do that? Everyone says Shart. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Medium, and then my Pretty Vulgar Undercover Concealer in 60 Little White Lies. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay. So I like to use both. The Shape Tape, as we all know, is incredibly full coverage. I wouldn't say it's super thick, but it's just so pigmented that you only need a tiny little bit, and I love this one because it's very hydrating. So that's why I like to mix both of them so I can get a little best of both worlds. So I'm gonna stick the Tarte in my inner corner, just a tiny little bit. Tiny, that was like too much. Tiny bit on my eyelid, teeny. Like so. And then taking the Pretty Vulgar and just taking that under in that area. And then we'll blend that out with a sponge. Oh my gosh, this hair. Wow, annoying. Okay. And I'm gonna take a little bit down like this, just to blend it into the foundation, just so everything is nice and seamless. And then just blending everything once more with the sponge. Again, to ensure everything is blended and into the skin. Okie dokie. Now for bronzer, I normally go in with my Milk makeup, but today I kind of wanted a more glowy bronzer. This is the Temp 2 Liquid Shimmer Bronze. I've had this forever, probably too long, but it doesn't smell weird, it doesn't make my skin react, so I love it. I just shake it up, and then I'm going to take a little squirt onto the back of my hand. First I'm going to get my brush ready. Which brush do I want to use today? I want to use Real Techniques. Okay. So I'm just going to take a bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to work it into my brush. So I'm going to work that into my brush, and then first kind of stipple it onto my cheekbones, forehead, lightly on the nose, and then underneath the chin and underneath the lip to help with the poutiness. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and blend that in. So this is my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. This is a sort of a shape, it's very dense. I think it's a perfect shape for bronzer. So I'm gonna take that up into my temples right here. Blend it down here as well. This stuff is super pigmented, so you want to take your time blending. It blends out effortlessly, but it's just super pigmented, so you just want to make sure you're paying attention with where you're putting it. Into the hairline, so you don't have like any weird gaps between where your bronzed face and then your white scalp is. That would be a little weird. Oh, my hair, it's like not cooperating. I'm gonna do a bit of a 3 motion now that I have less product on my sponge. And that's just taking it in whatever you have left up over your bridge, and then a little bit here on the front of your cheeks, just to help with that sun-kissed look. Now I'm going to take my sponge again and do a similar thing, just taking whatever's left there and taking just the side of my sponge, just pressing that in, making sure everything is nice and blended. There's no harsh lines. Looking good. Now for blush, I'm gonna do something a little ballsy. So I received this liquid lipstick with my BoxyCharm a while ago, and I don't like the formula on the lips. It's very, very sticky. Even after it's dried all the way, it's still very, very sticky. So I love the color though. It's this beautiful peach, corally peach. So I'm gonna take the tiniest amount because it's very pigmented. Just like that might even be too much. We'll see. And then I'm gonna mix it with my Flower Beauty blush balm. This is the shade Pinched, just to tone it down a little bit and keep with that nice summery peachy look. And then taking my e.l.f. small stipple brush, mixing those together on my hand. See that really pretty shade it comes out to be. And then I'm just gonna take that onto my cheeks. I'm being very light-handed with my brush. I'm barely touching my cheek right now. And you can see how pigmented it is still. Just that tiny little dab. Going a little bit over the bridge. Coming up into my temples a little bit. And taking a little bit onto my forehead, just a little bit on my chin. Just for that uber sun-kissed look. Okay, looks crazy, absolutely crazy. That's where our beloved beauty sponge comes in to help tone it down. There we go. Look at that. Very good. Very nice. Alrighty. Almost done with liquids. I need a highlight now. What do I want to highlight with today? I'm gonna go with Hey Honey. Can't get enough of this stuff. So this is the NUDESTIX Nudies Hey Honey, my little tiny cute guy. And I'm just gonna put little dabs on my face and blend it out with my finger. This stuff is so beautiful. It makes your skin look wet. I really wish I had better lighting so I could show you better. But I hope you can see the glow that it gives is insane, absolutely insane. It looks so natural. It just looks like you're sweaty or wet, but in the best way possible. I love it so much. A little bit on the bridge of the nose. Cupid's bow, a bit on the chin. Just so you've got that beautiful all over glow. I love it so much. All right, now we gotta set these under eyes because look, you see that they're creasing so bad? Look at that, crazy. All right, taking my sponge, I'll be using my Ciate London Everyday VACAY Coconut Setting Powder. So I learned this trick from my dear friend and, well, I wish she's my in-person friend, but one of my favorite beauty YouTubers, Amanda Devon. She's an incredible makeup artist and she is brilliant. She taught this trick of loading your brush up but then dusting it all off and then patting it into your hand before going into your face, just to make sure you don't have too much powder, but you have enough so that you can set your makeup so it's not going to go anywhere nor crease, but also not look really heavy and dry. So after doing that, I just lightly to where I need it. And then again, I'm patting out and getting rid of the excess concealer that may have settled already into the fine lines, because if you set them, then you're just setting them in place forever. All right, getting more setting powder, adding into my hand. I tried this yesterday and it worked. I didn't have any creasing. I also didn't look dry at all, and it just looked smooth and perfect and lovely. And then I'm going to take a bit on my sponge, just taking a little bit on my sponge, patting it onto my hand, and I'm just gonna press it into my T-zone. So I do get, I wouldn't say I get oily there, but I do have larger pores there. And then also on my forehead as well. Just to help smooth those fine lines that I've got. And that just looks so smooth and lovely. Okay. Face complexion is done. Let's move on to our bronzy smoky eye. I need to decide what I want to use. Today, I'm going to use a palette that I got in my BoxyCharm by BoxyCharm. It's the Hello Charmer BoxyCharm palette. This thing's pretty awesome, I gotta say. The shimmers in here, like this, like you can't even see it because they're so freaking bright. This is what is going to be the star of the show today. I'll probably use a bit of this one as well. they're so metallic. It's crazy. They're so crazy. And then to accent it, just to give a bit more dimension, I'm gonna use my Morphe. This is the eyeshadow palette Day Slayer 15D. And it's these awesome bronzy, orangey tones, just to help accent the colors in that one. And it also comes with a crazy freaking mirror. This thing is dope. All right, let's jump in. So first, for my transition shade, oh my gosh, these hairs on my face. Okay, we're gonna go into Premium. This nice light, it's reminiscent of the Makeup Geek Orange Soda shade. I'm taking it on my Luxie 250 large blending brush. It's my favorite for transition shades. And I'm just gonna use my Morphe palette for the fabulous mirror it comes with. So we're gonna just blend this everywhere. I think I might do a halo smoky eye. Since I have two of those really nice bronzy shades, I think it'd be nice to kind of layer them in that sort of a way. Next, I'm gonna go in with a Morphe shade Natural. It's this light brown. I'm just gonna continue layering this in my crease. This is the Alameda crease brush. Next, taking my Morphe M441, this is like a smaller crease brush. I'm gonna mix Natural and Upbeat, that light brown with this really pretty orangey brown. Just mixing those together. And then just placing it a little bit lower into the crease. And I'm gonna take them a bit here on the outer corner. Doing kind of windshield wipers, but small, just like taking my brush like that, just to focus that color here, and then doing a little bit of a circular wiggle in the crease, just to make sure that color's really nice in there. I'm going to back into the BoxyCharm palette. I'm gonna take this Cup of Joe shade. It's this gorgeous, like, they call it Cup of Joe. I wouldn't say it's like a coffee color. It's more of like a reddy brown. It's a very nice warm brown. I like it a lot. Tapping off the excess a little bit. We're going to first pat it on the outer corner. And then a little bit, being very careful on the inner corner. This is the Morphe M443 brush. It's kind of skinny, but it's wide at the same time and fluffy. So it's really great for detailed blending brushes, or detail blending. So I'm taking this onto the inner corner, just tapping it very lightly, and on the outer corner, just to build the depth in these areas. So what a halo eye is you have your dark on the inner and outer corners, like so, and then you're gonna put whatever your lighter shade or whatever your focal, like, sparkly metallic shade is gonna be there on the inner, right on the center. Now I'm gonna start to wiggle this into the crease to make sure you get the color in there as well. And then just taking this up a little bit into the crease as well. Just kind of wiggling it, making sure it's nice and blended. And then now that I have hardly anything left on my brush, I'm going to take that into the crease here very lightly. I'm like feather lightly touching my skin. Okay. See that? See how it already kind of looks like a halo with the dark on the out and the light in the center. Now, something that's helpful when doing eyeshadow is to have a close-up mirror like this, and then also a further away mirror to to help you kind of get a different vantage point so you can see how your eyeshadow is looking from different angles. That helps you with your blending a lot. So I've got my eyeshadow palette with the mirror, and then I also have my vanity mirror behind the camera. That's helping me kind of see, okay, what's going on up close, and then also how it looks from far away. So it just kind of helps you figure out what you're doing, make sure you're blending properly, and like getting everything like matching and even. Yeah. So now that I've done like the detail work with my little mirror, I'm just kind of going in and making sure everything looks the way I want it to. With like a bigger picture sort of a thing. Okay. All right, I'm happy with that. I might go in with a little bit deeper of a shade. I'm gonna take, this is the Morphe M507. It's this tiny little precision crease brush. I love it. I'm going to mix a few shades from this palette. So I'm going to take Editor, Define, and a bit of Epic, this darker brown, just to kind of help deepen everything up on the outer corner. Not so much on the inner corner, but definitely on the outer corner. So I'm sticking very close to the lash line and like stamping and pushing it in to this area. A little bit into the crease. And then whatever I have left, I am going to take a little bit, the tiniest bit in here. All right. I'm gonna go back into a clean blending brush. This is a Morphe M535. It's just a huge blending brush. I'm gonna take this and just lightly go around the outer corners just to make sure that's super blended and blown out on both sides. Okay, now for the fun part, I'm going to take first Exclusive, which is the deeper bronze. It's like a brown with, it almost has like an olivey gold reflect in it. I'm going to take this on the outer inner corners of the spotlight area. Just kind of pressing it here. I'm gonna go ahead and just take it all the way on my outer corner. And next, I'm gonna take the most gorgeous shade. This is Sneak Peek. It's like a true bronze. Look at that. Love it. That's so gorgeous. And I'm just gonna take that straight in the center. And then I'm blending the two together. And I'm just using a tissue to wipe off whatever's on my finger. Alrighty. Now I'm going to take the Lavish Tapered Blending Brush. This is just a small little crease brush. And I'm going to lightly blend out where the metallic shades meet the matte, just so there's not like a weird harsh line there. I want everything really blended for this look. And then now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take my Luxie Tooth 27T, just my favorite little lower lash line brush. I'm going to mix natural and upbeat, same ones we did on the crease, up I almost said upstairs, on the upper lash line, on the lid. Good morning. And just taking that all over. I'm not gonna do halo, like the halo nonsense on the bottom lash line, just because I can't be bothered. I am gonna smoke it out though. So this is also my Lexi 213 little smudger brush. I'm gonna mix those colors that we use on top, the Editor, Define, and Epic. Editor, Define, and Epic. And making sure I connect it to the top. And because I just can't get enough, I'm going to go in now with my Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow in Foil. You guys, these are the most incredible eyeshadows I've ever experienced. They are so impactful, so gorgeous. They have like this soft texture, kind of like ColourPop Super Shock shadows. They're so intense. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit right at the center, just for more dimension and more texture. Look at the difference. Look at the difference between these two eyes. That one just pops so much more because of these eyeshadows. It's insane. That was what I needed. Perfect. Love these. I love these so much. Alrighty. Almost done, you guys. I need an inner corner highlight. Let's go in with, this is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder in Illuminati. It's so pretty. Favorite little inner corner guy. I'm just taking whatever's in the cap because this stuff is intense. You don't need a lot. And just, oh, wow. And then blending it into what we've got going on. Taking the tiniest bit underneath the brow bone. And for the heck of it, I might as well just put a little bit right there. Just for a little extra pop. Okie dokie. Is there anything else I want to do? Okay, to finish things off, I'm going to set and spray my face first with my little dewy concoction of a mishmash of whatever I have left. This is almost gone, thank goodness. And my Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, the best setting spray on the planet, because look at how it sprays. That mist is just perfect. So I get that everywhere. And then I'm gonna just take my sponge and just re-pat everything in. Make sure everything is nice and sunken in and one with my skin. I don't want any cakiness. And now to finish things off, I'm going to take another NUDESTIX product. This is the Magnetic Luminous Eye Color in Copper Foil. It's this really pretty coppery color. I'm gonna put this in my waterline. Sharpen it. for my brows, going with my L'Occitane soap. Giving her a good spray. Any setting spray will do. This is just the N Beauty Project Power Up Dual Phase Setting Mist. I don't love it, so that's why I use it for this, just so I can use it to wet my soap. It spits. It's a spitter. Not really great for the face. All right. Brush my brows up. So I trimmed my eyebrows for the first time all year, and I got a little carried away, and my long brow hairs are gone. So I'm just doing my best to make them into the shape that I like. Like, look. They're so flat. They're so short right here. Don't do that, friends. A little bit at a time if you're gonna cut your eyebrows. This looks fine though. It doesn't look too bad. I'm just so used to them being so long. Yeah, this one I messed up right there. Dang it. To help fill in that area, taking my iconic London Brow Booster Compact and the little angled brush it comes with, taking that there. That helped. I just filled in that little spot that I messed up so terribly with the product. It worked good enough. And now, taking the best mascara known to man, I have a little sample of it because my mother-in-law is so lovely and she got this for me. This is the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. This is a tubing mascara, which means it kind of goes all the way around your eyelashes and it forms a little tube, and this helps it wear really lovely. You don't get raccoon eyes, no smudging underneath your eyes, no flaking, and when you take it off, you just have to put water on it and it just slides off. Just slides off in tubes. It's so cool. Seriously, so cool. I love the wand of it too. It's one of those silicone wands, and it doesn't have too crazy of brushes. What do you call them? It's not crazy huge, so it's really helpful to get into the inner corner, and it just works fabulously. So starting at the root, pressing it in, and then wiggling it up, getting the back. Look at the before and after. Look how pretty that is. I definitely need to get more for my wedding because this little guy is running out, and this is the best mascara. Oh my heck. It's perfect. It's just perfect. Like, look how pretty my eyelashes look. They're so defined. They're so long. They're not clumpy. Absolute perfection. And I really love what Thrive Causemetics stands for. A portion of each thing that you buy, they donate one to women in need, to like women's shelters and things. And that's why they're Thrive Causemetics. Like not cosmetics, but like cause. Do you see? No, I can't show you. It's spelled Cause. Causemetics. I just love them. They're an incredible brand. From what I hear, the owner is a really wonderful woman too, so just love them and really want to support them. They have so many other awesome products that I really want to try, like even skincare that looks great, like this moisturizer and this, I don't remember what they're called, but one day I just want to dive in to Thrive Causemetics. All right, taking whatever I have left over for my lower lashes. And I'm gonna go in for a second layer just because I feel like having my eyelashes crazy today. For lips, I'm gonna first line my lips with the Bodyography Pouty Lip Pencil. And I feel like extra definition, so I'm also going to take my Essence Soft Contouring Lip Liner in the shade Deeply Intoxicated. And so I'm lightly contouring my lips to help them look a little bit poutier and more full. So you kind of put more on the corners. I'm going to do a line down the middle. And then two little lines like that for the Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to take a little lip brush. I have no idea what this is from, but it's a little lip brush. And I'm going to blend this out. Everything's nice and blended. I'm gonna go in with my Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in Nude Mood. I love their formula. It's not too drying, incredibly pigmented, and they're very comfortable and lightweight on the lips. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a very light layer and just gonna blend it around with my finger. So, taking about that much. My finger. It's a little bit more pink than I wanted, but that's okay. I'm gonna run downstairs and grab my Fenty Gloss Balm in the original shade because it's perfect and I feel like it would be beautiful for this look. I'll be right back. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm in Fenty Glow. This is the perfect lip gloss, like for all occasions. It's so juicy, so juicy, and smells, I don't even know what it smells like. It smells like candy. Perfection. All right, this is the finished look. This is Bronzey Halo Eye. Let me know how you guys like it. If you do recreate it, I'd love to see how it looks on you, go ahead and DM me on Instagram. I'm just Kimi Koci, K-I-M-I-K-O-C-I there. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to see more videos from me, I'd love to have you join my internet family. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!